Hi guys, it's Jamila. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, I am wearing the same outfit for more than one video, so you're just gonna have to excuse me because your girl got a batch film because your girl got a 1-year-old. So today I'm doing my Ramadan TBR. This is something that's been highly requested. Last year I filmed it, but I did not get to put it up, so that was very disappointing, I'm sure, to a lot of people. But this year I've been getting requests for it and we're doing it. Okay, let's talk about the books that I'll be trying to read from and tackle in the month of Ramadan. So exciting. So for those of you who do not know, Ramadan is a very, very exciting month for the Muslims around the world, around the entire globe. Muslims everywhere will be fasting from sunrise to sunset as an act of worship, and it is pretty much to help us cleanse our bodies and our minds and our actions for God, and to remove sins that we've accumulated throughout the year, and also to remember the hunger of the poor and what they have to go through, and give charity and do good deeds. So it is pretty much like a spiritual cleansing, and we always get excited for it. And you're like, why are you getting excited to not eat for such a long period of time over the span of a month? And let me tell you something, it's just something magical about Ramadan. Like, honestly, it's just so beautiful. It's like the nights are always so beautiful. Like, it's just something that is so refreshing about it. It's like literally being in the desert all year and then finally getting that refreshing drink of water. That's how I feel personally, and a lot of people I know can vouch for me. It's just so exciting. And then at the end of this month of sacrifice, as far as letting go of our personal desires, we get this big celebration, and it's so beautiful. We give gifts and we have a great time. But that's the whole intro to this for people who are not familiar with Ramadan or Muslim practices in general. This is something that hopefully some of you have learned for the first time. Let's share the books already, because I'm taking 25 years to get to the point. So the number one read and most important book for me is the Holy Quran by God. So this is the Muslim holy book, but it has the meaning of it in English translated so that I will be able to reflect over what I'm reading. I will be trying to read some of it in Arabic, but most of it will be reading in English because I don't speak Arabic and it's very hard for me. But I'm going to try because you get rewarded for the effort. Obviously, this is our guide for life. This is God telling us many stories and showing us the way to live as good human beings and walk among the earth in peace and creating peace and being good to ourselves, our spouses, our children, our parents, and the people around us as well that we come into contact with. It's just a whole life guide. I think this is kind of self-explanatory as far as why I'm reading this. It's literally our holy book. Alright, so this next book is a gift from my husband, and it is called Aisha, the Wife, the Companion, the Scholar. So Aisha literally is one of the #1 scholars of Islam. She was the wife of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and she is literally like one of the most inspiring women of Islam for men and women. We put her on a high pedestal, and she's considered one of the mothers of the believers. This book follows just her life, and it's kind of like told in story format. I'm hoping it has like kind of like tells you where this information is coming from, but this is a book I am excited to read. So thank you, hubby, for getting it for me. I love Aisha as a person because she was just so intelligent. She's literally so inspiring as far as being like a knowledgeable, powerful woman, and I just want to know more about her. So we have that. Then we have Women Around the Messenger. This is a book about very important women in Islam and just the huge role that women play in Islam and how we have gotten to the Muslims that we are today based on these women and their powerful actions and their powerful involvement just in general. So yes, I'm very excited about this one. I really hope I enjoy it, and I always love learning more about historical Muslim women who have literally changed the world. So then we have the book Who is Allah? This one is actually by a Muslim woman author, and this talks about Allah, who is God, his names and attributes and their significance to the individual person. And I think this one will very much help me form a better relationship with God. It is just so important to form a loving relationship with your Lord, and you can't really love someone unless you know them. So I'm constantly trying to learn more about God. So this is something that I really want to pick up very soon. I did actually start it, and I started annotating it already, but this is by Abdurrahman Sakina Hirschfelder, and yeah. So next we have Reclaim Your Heart by Yasmin Mogahed. She is, I would say she is a very learned and prestigious Muslim woman. She does many lectures for Muslims, and she speaks on very important topics as far as like our spirituality and connecting with God. But this book, Reclaim Your Heart, is personal insights from her and breaking free from life's shackles. And the shackles are many, as far as like dealing with depression and sadness and calamity and all the like hard things we go through in life and how to overcome the weight of those things. So I'm very excited about this book. I've heard great things from other Muslims and Muslim women specifically about her, and I absolutely love listening to all of her lectures. So this is very exciting to get to. And then we have a very famous book called The Sealed Nectar. This is the biography of the noble messenger of God, the final seal, which is the Prophet Muhammad. He is the last of all the prophets sent to mankind, and he's a very important one. So this is the complete biography of his life from beginning to end. And while I do for the most part know a lot about him and his story, I would like to know him on a deeper level, because you know, this is the prime example of pure-heartedness among Muslims, and this is the example we turn to, and we're literally told by God to follow his prophets and his messengers, especially this one. So yeah, this is something I'm pretty excited for, and I've heard good things about. In this edition, it has like pictures and so much like historical information. It's almost like a textbook. I'm very excited for this, like showing maps and all kinds of things. So this is going to be, I'm sure, an amazing read. And then we have this book, which is 33 Ways of Developing Al-Khushu, humility and devotion in prayer, and also like concentration. So this book I really need, because I'm sure many Muslims can relate. My mind wanders a lot during prayer, and during prayer you're supposed to try your best to like concentrate on what you're doing, and my brain is like a squirrel's brain, so it's hard. But I'm going to read this, inshallah, God willing. It's gonna go great. And then we have The Purification of the Soul. This book is literally about purifying your soul and your intentions and all of those things, and kind of like, in a way, like that book was called Reclaiming Your Heart. It's just kind of like a guide to better yourself as a person. I'm actually excited to read this. I've read a portion of it before, but I would like to read the whole thing. It's only like 100 and some pages, so it shouldn't be too hard. But yes, this is a read I also want to get to during the month of Ramadan, and I'm very excited for all these books. I'm excited to refresh, so to speak, and yeah, I really hope everything goes well. It's gonna be hard with a kid. I think last Ramadan was actually a little easier with her because she was so small. I can manage pretty well, but now she's like always on the move, so this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be real interesting. Okay guys, so there were a couple more books that potentially could be on my radar if I get enough of my Islamic books done, like my nonfiction reading. We have All American Muslim Girl by Nadine Jolie Courtney. I'd previously DNF'd this. As you can see, that's where I got into it, and that was because I just really wasn't feeling it, and some of the things that were being said in the book just kind of didn't sit right with me, but I do want to finish it. Yeah, so it's interesting. I'm gonna give it another chance. There's the flap if anyone wants to read it. But yeah, so there's that. So next we have Hanukkah Carries On by Uzma Jalaluddin, and this one, here's the back here, but I also probably would like to try to read this one. Definitely, that's probably like last on my list, but yeah, so I want to read this so much because I absolutely loved Aisha at last. It had its problems, but I loved it, so I'm excited. So next we have We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, and it looks like that, and this is by a Muslim author. And why not support Muslims in Ramadan? So there is the inside flap if you want to read it. Hopefully it's close enough, but yep. So then we have Saints and Misfits by S.K. Ali, and it looks like this. I absolutely love from A to Z, so I'm very excited for this one, even though I know this is her first book, so I'll definitely give some grace there. But yes, I just kind of love how S.K. Ali does her books, but can't wait. And then I'm gonna say this is the last one. So we have Counting Down with You by Tashi Boyan. I think this is a South Asian main character, could be wrong, but yeah, I believe the author is Muslim. I have not heard great things about the Muslim representation in this, but we shall see. I'm just gonna act like low-key it's not a Muslim book. Maybe I'll enjoy it more, but here is the inside flap, and let me be still. But yep, so those are like potential books I'll be dabbling in. My top priorities are definitely Hanukkah, We Hunt the Flame, and Saints and Misfits, because I just feel like those are definitely, they have potential to be 5 stars for me. Meanwhile, this one and All American Muslim Girl, maybe 3 stars max. But I still want to give them a shot. So that's where we are. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to give myself some options just in case, like, kind of straying from my original TBR. But yeah, tonight's the first night of Ramadan. Ah, so exciting. But yes, that is the TBR for Ramadan, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found some reads you would like to look up and look into. Thank you guys so much for requesting this video. I actually love making this type of content. And if you want to see more of my going ons in Ramadan, you can subscribe to my other channel, All Things Jamila, and check that out. But that is all. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.